Xbox the Spot. Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a random review. I am Random Ross and today I am reviewing X-Men 97 Season 2. So, this stars Ray Chase, Jennifer Hale, Alison Saley Smith, Cal Dodd, JP Clark, Chris Potter, and so many other people on this show. What did I like about, well, first of all, the X-Men, continuing from Season 1, we now see the X-Men facing up against Apocalypse, where they can have the chance to, save him, but instead actually end up creating Apocalypse. And, of course, with them scattered out of time, half the X-Men face them in the past, in ancient Egypt, the other half face them in the future, and then they all come back to the 90s thanks to Forge and Bishop, and they then have to face on Apocalypse whilst dealing with the X-Force and X-Factor and trying to rebuild, Genosha. And of course we see Gambit return as his Horseman of Death, little of them knowing that he's actually a vessel for Apocalypse. And of course we see a lot of action, we see a lot of shocking moments again, like in the last season. We even see some interesting cameos from other Marvel characters, and we see some brilliant animation. So what did I like about this season? Well, it was 2 years since Season 1 dropped on Disney Plus, and I feel our patience was greatly rewarded because we got Season 2, which dropped on July 1st and concluded on the 12th of August. So about 8 episodes of this 9 episodes of this season, what a 9 weeks it were. Well, we got a triple premiere, so it wasn't quite 8 weeks, it was more like 7 weeks or 6. 6 weeks. Like I say, we had a triple premiere, and we got to see the X-Men return, and all the characters are great. All the action, all the animation, spot on. And, we get Professor X back, we get Wolverine, we get Cyclops, we get Jean Grey, we get Rogue, Nightcrawler, Bishop, Forge, Storm, Magneto, even some newer recruits, Sunspot, even Jubilee returns, we get Polaris, we get, like I say, a lot. We get a lot of them. They have, we get some great episodes. Even the filler episodes I felt were entertaining. There's like one episode where Wolverine, Morph, and a few other mutants go on this mission to get Wolverine's adamantium back. And also we see a shock death with one of the regulars as well again, like with Gambit in the first one. And we see Rogue stop at nothing to save Gambit to try and give him another chance. And Apocalypse, of course, it all goes back to him. He's the main villain of this season, and we got to see Apocalypse in a different light. Because in the original animated series, he was just a one-off reoccurring villain, and reoccurred a few times in the show. But this one was like, this season was focused primarily on him as the big bad. And we even see Cable as well with the X-Force. Even one episode is dedicated to X-Force, and the intro has changed. That's another thing as well. The intro always updates itself for the episode we're watching, which is what I love. And also, I never skip the credits, the opening credits. Why would you skip the intro? Us 90s kids know better than anyone that is part of watching the 90s X-Men. It's like our national anthem for the show, it's just part of it. I guess you got to be a 90s kid to fully understand that. And I never once skipped the intro. If anything, I rewound it a few times in a couple of episodes just so I can hear that tune again, because I just love it that much. But X-Men 97 Season 2, yeah, Marvel have had their hiccups in recent times. Like I say, the multiverse saga has been a bit of a mess, but they do sometimes bounce back. They definitely won me back with the last installment they did, Spider-Man Brand New Day. But this one, even though it's a Marvel Animated Studios production, I feel it's still set within the MAU, what I like to call the MAU, the Marvel Animated Universe, from the 90s. We get like cameos from Captain America and Black Widow. We get more shift into other characters as well from the 90s Marvel canon, like Spider-Man, Deadpool, Doc Ock. Like I say, it's a nice treat for us 90s kids. But I also like that they also, matured the themes up a bit. Because, like I say, they're aware that us 90s kids are all grown up now, and we we can handle the dark stuff, but sometimes the shock factor when they kill someone off who you don't think's going to die, I'm like, whoa, they actually did that. And I'm like, it was, like I say, it was a great 9-part season, and we are getting a third season. I believe it's been renewed for a third and fourth season, so I reckon this will still continue beyond the multiverse saga and continue into the mutant saga. But I think this is separate from the MCU. This is, like I say, its own Marvel universe, which is what I like. But yeah, they haven't come to any other revivals of 90s animated shows. Like, people are saying they should do Spider-Man 98 or Incredible Hulk 96. I would love to see Incredible Hulk 96, a revival of that animated series, because I love the Hulk. And yeah, so X-Men 97 Season 2. Great season and all. I can't recommend it enough to Marvel fans and us 90s kids and X-Men fans. What am I going to rate this one? Again, like the first season, I'll give it 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 for X-Men 97. So there you go. There's my review for that one. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. I have been Random Ross. This has been a random review, and until next time, I bid you all a goodbye, friends. Goodbye.